Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Conceptual Learning. So today we are going to see the another topic of the consideration. So under the consideration we have covered the two topics, that is meaning of the consideration and essential elements of the consideration. This is the one of the topic, and second topic is a stranger cannot sue to the contract and its exceptions, and there is another rule to the extension of the consideration topic. So today we are going to see that another rule. What is that another rule? A contract without consideration is void. Means if both the parties, if A and B are entered into any agreement, for example, we considered in the previous class house example, right? So we will take that example only. So if A want to sell his house to B and B want to purchase such house from A will give the pass the rights of the house to the B, and B will give the price for giving the price, means amount here, amount to the A for giving his house, means both the parties are getting the consideration and both the parties are fulfilling their promises. So here there is a consideration, right? So without the that means if A want to sell his house, means house to B, means B is giving the 10 lakhs to the A. Here 10 lakhs is a consideration to the A. So without this consideration there will be no agreement, right? A will not pass freely the rights of the ownership of the house to the B. He cannot pass for free to the B, right? So if this consideration is not there in an agreement, then that agreement will not be enforceable by the law. Hence it will be not become a contract. So but there is exception to this rule. So what is that, what are those exceptions to this rule? We are going to study now. So no consideration, a contract without a consideration is void. This is a rule actually, but due to some exceptions a contract without consideration is also valid. So what are those exceptions which are making the contract without consideration valid? That exceptions we are going to study now. Okay, for example, here consideration means something in written, foundation of the contract, price for which promise of other is bought. It may be in the cash or the kind. That means consideration may be given in the cash, or it can be given in form of some goods. Okay, so that the consideration may be given in that form. And contract without consideration is void. Actually this is a rule. Okay, but there is some exceptions to this rule. That what are the exception here? Means a contract without consideration is void. This is rule. Instead of void we can write it as valid. That means a contract without consideration is valid. Okay, so these the contract whichever are becoming the agreements which are made without consideration is also becoming valid. So what are those contracts we are going to see now, which are the exceptions to this rule. Okay, natural love and affection, an agreement though made without consideration, if it is in writing and registered, and it is made on account of the natural love and affection between the parties stand in near relationship to each other. If these three rules are present, if these three rules must be there in the agreement, then only, if even there is no consideration, then that becomes a valid agreement, valid contract. Okay, these three must be there, but if any one of this is not there, then that will become then that won't become a contract. So if there is a agreement between the two parties, for example we will take here all these three should be there to enforce an agreement made without consideration. See, these three must be there to make an agreement valid, even if even the consideration is not there in that agreement. So for example we'll take an example here. B has to pay to C. So B is a party, so B is a person who has to pay some amount to the C. Out of love and affection A agrees to pay to C instead of B. Out of A is an elder brother to the B. So A says that that is my brother's debt, I will pay it to you. So A agrees with the C that I will pay my brother's younger brother's debt, I will pay it to you. And B, due to some reasons A fails to pay that amount to the C, and B pays that amount to the C. So actually A is a elder brother to the B, and B does not B has to entered into an agreement, and he fails to pay the amount to the C. B fails to amount to the C, but A, out of love and affection for his brother, he agrees to the C. He agrees with the C that I will pay that amount, whichever debt created, which is a debt there to you, my brother. So due to some reasons, A does not pay that amount to the C, and after some time B recovers and he pays the amount to the C, for whom he has been owed some amount, owes, or for whom he has created the debt, he will pay that amount to the B, will pay that amount to the C, and B files a case against the A, and court also agrees that case, and court says that A has to give that amount to the B. A is entered into an agreement with the C, out of love and affection for his brother. Even he is not getting anything in return. That means here there is no consideration for the A, but he entered out of love and affection for his brother, and but he fails, and the original party, that is B, pays to the C, and B files a case against the A. So the court also agrees this case, and court gives a or passes a judgment that A has to pay to B, even A is not getting anything in return, because he entered into an agreement with C in writing, and the agreement is created out of love and affection. Okay, and A is in near relationship, that is A is a elder brother to the B. So these three rules are present in this agreement, hence he is not getting anything in return, but he has to due to he failed to pay the amount to the C, he has whatever he promised to pay to the C instead of his brother, he failed. So after he failing, B recovers and pays to his C, to whom he is created the debt. But B, after some time, he files a case against the A, and A has to give that back amount to the B, because it is created by the out of love and affection, and he is in the near relationship with his brother, and the agreement is in writing and registered. That's why. Okay, this is a case law, that is Venkataswamy versus Ramaswamy. So this is one of the case law. Next one is compensation for the past voluntary services rendered, that is defined in section 25 subsection 2, missing purse. Okay, so for example, here A is a person who misses her purse, and B is a person who got that missing purse, and he gives that purse to the A, and A promises to B that you bought my missing prize, you bought my missing purse to me, so I will pay 500 rupees to you as a appreciation. So she promises that I will pay some amount to you because you bought my missing purse, which is so important for me, so I will pay you 500 rupees. If she does not pay the 500 rupees to the B, then B has a right to claim the price from that is 500 rupees from the A, because it is a compensation. It is compensation she promised to give for past voluntary services which is performed by the B. So here, what is voluntary services? Voluntary services means not voluntarily, willfully he is performing such services. What are the services he performed? He bought the missing purse of the A to missing purse of the A to A, missing purse of the A to A. Who? B bought the missing purse of the A to A, and B gives that missing purse. He finds the missing purse and he gives to A. Okay, so these are the voluntary services. Even A is not getting anything in return, she promises to give the 500 rupees to the B. So if A does not given the amount to the B, then B will have the right to get back his amount. Okay, so even she is not getting anything, that A is not getting the anything in return, she has to give the amount to the B. Okay, so this is one of the case exception to the rule. Next one is time barred debt, which is defined in section 25 subsection 3. A promise to pay the time barred debt should be in written and signed by the promisor or his agent on his behalf. A new contract without consideration is valid if the promisor getting nothing in return. For example, if A and B are both the parties, A owes some amount to the B. So A has to pay the amount to the B within the time limit which is created between them. But due to some reasons, A does not pay the amount to the B within the time limit, and the debt becomes barred. Barred here means expired. The time has been expired between them. Means if A agreed to pay the amount to B within 3 months, if he does not pay within that 3 months, then it will become a time barred debt. Means a time has become the lapse, time has expired, then it will become a time barred debt by the limitation act. Okay, so if like that any time barred debt is created, and if so due to that time barred debt has been happened, A again promises to B that I will pay 500 rupees even though I am not getting anything written, because I not performed the my promise within the time. Means he does not pay that amount to the B within the time, and he promises and enters into a new agreement that I will pay 500 rupees as a extra amount. Okay, in this new contract, A is not getting anything. He is just paying to B because of his negligence, but he is not getting anything in return, but he is giving that 500 to the B. B is getting the 500 here, but A is getting anything, he is not getting anything, but he promises to pay that amount to the B. This is also one of the example. So there is no consideration to the A, but this contract created between this new contract created between them is valid. Okay, even though there is no consideration. Okay, so time barred debt is also valid. Next one is the contract of agency. So whenever a contract created by the agent, then the even agent don't get anything in return, he acts as behalf of the principal. Suppose A is an agent, and he can voluntarily means willfully he can serve as a principal, that I will instead of you I will give the goods to the C. Means instead of a principal, A can perform the principal's obligations, principal's duties agent can perform, even he is not getting anything in return, even he is not getting any consideration, even he is not expecting any consideration from the principal, he can perform the duties, and this contract is also valid because that is he is willfully doing, right? So agent between the contract between the agent and principal is also valid, even the agent is not getting anything for his duties performed by him instead of his principal. So this is also a valid one. Next one is completed gifts. Suppose if any person given a property as a gift to the another person, if A given the property as a gift to the B, then B cannot then after giving the property as a gift, then A after giving that property, he cannot say that he cannot demand back that property, because he given as a gift, even though he is not getting anything in return as a consideration, he given that property as a gift, so he cannot expect anything in the return. So this is a valid it becomes a valid contract between A and B, because even though he is not having any consideration, he given it as a gift. Okay, so this is also valid. And next exception is guarantee contracts. Guarantee given by surety is valid even though he is not getting anything in return. So for example, if some A and B are entering into any agreement, and C stays as a surety, that if A does not pay amount to B, then C will give the amount to the B. Means C is standing here as a surety, even though he is not getting anything in return, he is standing as a surety. So such sureties, such guarantee contracts is also valid even though there is no consideration for this surety given person. Okay, next one is remission. an agreement to extend the time of the performance or to accept the lesser performance without consideration is okay. That means if any new contract is created, for the like time bar date, new contract is created instead of the old one. That means for the extension of the old one, if any new contract is created, then that will also become a valid contract. And if some one of the party agrees to the lesser performance from the another party, even though they are not getting anything as a consideration in return, but he is accepting the lesser performance or he is extending the time of the performance, even without consideration, then also that contracts is also become the valid. Actually the rule is a contract without consideration is void, but all these exceptions are creating without consideration, but they are becoming the valid. So these are the exceptions to the above given rule. Okay, so this is about the exceptions to the no consideration, no contract, or the a contract without consideration is a void. This is actual rule, but these are the exceptions we have studied now. Even though without a consideration the contract will become valid in these exceptional cases. Okay, thank you friends. If you like my video, like, share and subscribe to my channel.